Muy buenas a todos gamers, espero que estén muy bien y en el vídeo de hoy pues tendremos un nuevo gameplay de Genshin Impact que como no puede ser de otra forma me quedan cosas pendientes, pero bueno, vamos poco a poco a quitarnos las cosas pendientes. Para empezar y no menos importante, pues tengo varias historias de evento que no he terminado, como la de Nahida segunda parte, la de Baisu, el botánico de Liyue y yo y Milla. Así que bueno, vamos a la de Nahida, que como bien están viendo, ella la tengo activada, así que vamos a ello. Esta es la de Baisu y esta es la de Nahida, así que vamos allá. Sin más dilación, a ver qué quiere nuestra querida Nahida. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Por cierto, voy a cambiar mi equipo, que tengo allá a Noel metida by the face. Ah, y a Chongkyun, que aunque me encanta, no lo tenía en mi equipo inicial. Ok, perfecto. Ah, y también tengo correo. Ok, ahora sí, vamos allá.
Hey, isn't that Nahida? Nahida! I didn't think we'd run into you here. Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to? Seems like... How about you? What are you up to now? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Ermin's. I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. Why is that? Don't worry.
Otra vez problema de Nessie, mi niña.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing...
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's beautiful. I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana. It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine. It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is. Traveler, do you have any ideas? You know, Nahida, we just happened to be going on an... Thanks, you two. Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here!
Por la vera.
I'm sorry, Lesalo Kusanali. Fungi don't usually... Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hit...
Hang on. I think it's trying to...
But great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't... I think I understand. Seems that it wants us to follow it. You can understand it? Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, I can feel its anxiety and fear. Well, fungi are kinda cute. That's true. Okay, alright. Lead the way, Luke.
A ver, hasta aquí.
Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see. It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting. That's not too
Oh, tiene pinta de que hay alguien herido.
sometimes. That's what I meant by shared emotions. It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring the heat. Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness. What is it, Nahida? Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form.
What?
An element? Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental power, as for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus.
Amigo, es verde.
Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen it. This is a first even for me. But that's not all. There's a large void within its elements. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted. So do you think it'll wake up if we can guess? And I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can...
Curioso.
My power was compatible. Looks like...
Lord of Dendro. Is it really the Lord of Dendro?
Jolín con las voces esas. Dios mío.
Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me.
It can talk?
Qué miedo.
I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm
Me
just as
recuerda a
shocked
la
as
voz
you.
extraña del tráiler promocional de esta versión, de este apartado evento.
Paimon isn't...
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that... So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I didn't. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms, but...
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than...
Nadie te supera en cotorrería, Paimon.
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. It might startle my fellow family members if I... Me. It says that it's very thankful.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Tibet. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever.
Superviviente de la catástrofe.
A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside. We were victims of the apocalypse. Yet, in time, we also became the apocalypse.
The apocalypse? I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like...
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Don't worry, we'll listen. Please continue.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my home. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert? It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, that may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of...
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without you, and not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe
the apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me.
¿Cuánto te apuestas que lo que le pasa a Nahida tiene que ver con lo que está pasando ahora con lo del apocalipsis, los seres elementales? Esto te aseguro.
I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And
Ay, los
as for
Aranara.
the city, oh yeah, they'll give us a hand. Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now. That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of...
Agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once...
Ah, I see. I'm sorry, but I'm very concerned about your homeland.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
There's something that I'm very concerned about. Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the
Oh, ¿qué te
Plantas?
dije?
What? Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented... I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memory. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business. Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more. Yeah. I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland. Agreed. I really want to send them...
road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road. Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler! Just like we rehearsed. Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Regret.
Illusion shattered.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to fight.
Hey! Paimon has been meaning to ask.
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to
Como un
the
camaleón.
environment. After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in. Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of the...
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment.
Pues sí.
Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators. We are dendro life forms.
¿Acaba de sugerir que Paimon es un ser elemental?
Forms in this land.
Hmm.
That is why we are so adaptable.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to?
Not as freely, I'm afraid. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth. Ah, you're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Growth. I see. A most beautiful word. I shall...
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh, no! Paimon was just curious! Paimon isn't that tired. You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head? Figure out who will carry who later! Get up, Vigia!
I think we may have a different understanding. No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is...
Child? You mean the fungi we
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my...
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect them. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand...
Oh, then it must be a root, like Bongo Head.
You have an odd taste for names.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name's strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be able to come up with.
Ay, Paimon.
That's right.
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. Its name... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Seems like I've forgotten many important things. Yes, I must remember it before I return.
Un aventurero.
Yes, this way. We're almost there.
¿Una zona marchita? Ay, todavía quedan recodos de las zonas marchitas. Me voy a relajar. Maravilloso.
It's the withering.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that. It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our life.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life.
Yes, I would have also suffered the same.
So, This is how the previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering.
¿No se supone que nos habíamos cargado al bicho ese con los aranara para lo de las zonas marchitas? Ay, cómo le gusta a Genshin a lloverse. Ay, liarla tanto. Ya veo ya.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these they grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil. They grew everywhere. But it's all right. Our life after an adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area.
But that would mean the effects of
It's okay. That's not important. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this. Now that we finally have the chance to return home.
I understand. Just leave it to us. So you're worried about me. It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about. Then let's do this. We've dealt with the withering
Sí. No era ahí. Por supuesto, tiene que salir ese bicho.
There is no escape. Make yourself at home. Just wait for it. Now you shall perish.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of. So it wasn't able to make it to the end.
I hope that you will be free of this pain after returning home.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned into tumors of the withering.
It's okay. As long as elemental power, an external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even...
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. It was a wise choice for us to place our trust.
Hold on. I think I got something. Oh, I see. Okay, so... they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them.
It must be in a similar situation as I was.
Okay, follow me.
Vamos allá. No. Sí que está lejos. Vamos allá. Está... Ah, vale, está aquí abajo. Uy. Ahora va a morir la Soun seguramente.
It's just a little further inside.
There are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right? Yeah, they won't be happy to see.
No fighting. These are, although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time they can be reasonable, as long...
What should we do? But you'll need Nahida's power if you want to save...
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
You want to transform into a...
Nahida is a god! Changing into a fungus...
Even gods can't bend the laws of time.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safe...
All right. You have great elemental power. You will have to use power equal to that which is... I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have.
All right, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be quite
Esto va a ser
interesting.
divertido.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about.
As am I. I'm not sure.
All right! Let's not get hung up here.
Okay.
Ahí va.
You really turned into a fungus!
It's actually not too bad. My the unconscious fungus is just below here.
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make your... You should be able to identify them using elemental sight since they're elemental life forms. Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer.
Okay, got it.
Let me lure away the fungi up top and make...
All right, good luck, Nahida. Let's go.
Vamos
try.
para arriba entonces. Pues vale. Que me meo.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it.
Miércoles. Tardé mucho en reaccionar. Ay, de verdad. F.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty
Pues a la derecha.
Why is it reacting like that? Uh-oh, the fungus on patrol knows it.
Pues nada, a la izquierda entonces. En fin.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go. It seems they didn't notice me.
Muy bien. Pues nada.
It seems that fungus won't be moving. This is the spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the traveler to catch up. So this is the one. Understood.
Nahida, what's wrong? I never knew that it was so tiring to change form. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like it.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan.
I apologize. Language.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me...
Un esporádico.
Apocalypse ended?
Yes. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is.
Really? That's great! Home. Dendro.
Hogar, dragón, planta.
Dendro Dragon. Yes, the Dendro
Ah, vale,
Dragon.
es el del tráiler.
I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably...
Oh, wait a minute. Hyman's confused. Do you mean... Yes, they're both dragons, but a pep, the Dendro... But I don't quite understand.
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
Ostras.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside.
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. It once told us in a majestic voice that, however, that day
Hyman's still confused.
yes, a very good example. It appears that you're much smarter.
Wait, then if that's the...
Yes, that is what has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of...
A pep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of, which means that if all the forbidden knowledge has been eliminated, then a big void will also form inside the dragon. I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible shape for some time now. No wonder I haven't seen a pep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? But anyway, a pep disappeared and has been Yes! How could I have forgotten? If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Hey, what about the crystal? Yes, I'm sorry. Have you two ever seen anything like this before? No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like, I'm sorry our memories aren't...
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did. I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile.
Go home, leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I were afraid. And
Don't worry. I understand. Family is very important to us. No matter when we were actually family. Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
of course, I can relate to how I need to organize my thoughts as well. Thank you. Thank you. Tend soil. Food. Don't like plant invasion.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the...
Soil. There. First. I understood that. No need to translate. We'll take...
Riega. Pero bueno, esto de agua, supongo.
I'll take care of it. We planted all the seeds. It's time to handle the invading plant life. Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
Pues podría haberme quedado con Bárbara, pero bueno, no importa. No, pero se lo había muerto ya. Vale.
That should be all of them. Yeah, I've calmed down now. Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't. Well, the history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Sumeru was a pet's territory. In those days. Oh, so there was no desert back then? Not at first. That came when a giant spike fell from the sky. Turning in an attempt to adapt to its new environment, a pep changed color from the emerald green of the forest to the yellow of the sky. No wonder those two elemental life forms are always. A pep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to recognize the new. However, powerless against the power in the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge many millennia later, conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until, as far as I know, a pep had been slumbering in the desert, and King Deshret had taken a great. I'm not sure what may have led it to become involved. The crystal that I have in my possession. Thank you, Lord of. You really like them, don't family? Like, do you not? That's not what Paimon meant. Does it matter? Family likes me.
What it's trying to say is that as long as family members get along, you place importance on appearances, but we do not. We find the experience. These are all things that are more reliable than mere external.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Looks can always change, so what's inside of us is more. It wouldn't matter. Paimon would. Oh. Still nothing new from the forest. Seems like we. It appears we are out of leads to follow. Sorry. It's okay. It isn't your fault. I don't think it's a coincidence that neither of you can remember. Maybe it's because the crystal has a very close connection to forbidden knowledge, and if that's the case, finding the other fungi still wouldn't help us at all.
The crystal and the apocalypse. The apocalypse and memories. Lord of Dendro, do you still remember the
I do. What about it?
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past and the future. A family member once, the rest of the family did not approve of its opinion at the time.
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean that there's... That's not very likely. The power of Ermin's soul covers every inch of... Did the prophecy say where that family member went?
To the limitless depths east of Sumeru. A murky place that no one can...
Sí.
That must be the chasm, right? It's... What if it can be converted to a different form? I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. However, follow me. I'll explain it's what...
Si no puedes llegar al destino, completa la misión peligros que acechan en la oscuridad. Sí, puedo. A ver, ya decía yo. Vamos allá.
So that elemental life form came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by... Wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others?
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here. I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't exist into that. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form. Yep. It's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water's surface.
Another strange metaphor. But
What the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden.
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here.
it's over there.
Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take care of it, right?
Para eliminar...
Yep, we know what to do. We'll just use the luminous
Es que eso iba a
stone
decir.
on the concretion.
Habrá que equipar con ella. Creo que es esta. A ver. No, esta no es. ¿Dónde la tengo? Esta. Sí, ¿no? Es esta. Tiene que ser esto. No. No. ¿Dónde tengo la cosa esa? Esto, canalizar. Eso, qué mal estoy, ¿eh?
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Shine down!
Fast.
Oh, we finally managed to rescue it.
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
That light.
Wait, something dark is coming out. What's going on? Didn't Nahida say it was purified?
Maybe it's because such a long amount of time has...
Claro.
Although the power of the oozing filth is more it might have lost its mind after being soaked in it for some...
Oh no! But we still have tons of...
I should be able to purge it with my elemental power. But this is our only chance.
Traveler!
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being...
Oh yeah! You said that the elemental power in the...
You want to use its power, but...
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution. It's risky to use its power.
Don't understand!
Yes, I understand. But this is our only chance to...
It's okay. There's no need to argue. How about this? Traveler, I understand that you have an amazing resistance to forbidden.
Don't overdo it, Traveler. I'm...
Lord of Dendro, and you others. How long?
Yay! Looks like it worked!
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Wait, did you get...
I'm sorry. That portion of my memory is highly unreliable.
That sounds about right. After all, you once said that the apocalypse would be completely eradicated, and even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after those events take place. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able
La
to
Reina
survive
Mayor.
here. To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought I'd be strong.
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, I had to only the giant spike that fell from the sky was is the moment I lost my chance. But enough about me. Lord of Dendro,
I understand. And can you please tell me what this is?
this is a fire seed. It's an essential item for saving the Dendro Dragon. The Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the
amigo.
Dragon's heart. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far. However, if you are able to reactivate its heart and as a result, our homeland...
Oh, so the heart of Oasis is...
No wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now.
What? You used the fire seed to...
What?
That's... never mind. The fire seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside. It is not stable in its current form. To prevent...
Since I am its creator, I will take responsibility for it.
All right. Aside from being able to heal the Dendro Dragon, the fire seed can... In other words, you'll be able to find the Dendro Dragon by following the guidance. But you should hurry. There's little time.
What about...
Forget about me. You should hurry home.
Everyone is returning home, including...
As I told you, I've already lost my Lord of Dendro. I thank you for coming to find me. Our past has been saved. And our future. It's enough for me. Just knowing that they...
Ay.
Wait! It turned into...
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? I can still... Please, of all of us?
Oh, vaya.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. Do not be sad, my friends. It's
Because its external form doesn't matter, right?
yes, because our external form does not matter.
Let's go!
Home.
Menos mal que desbloqueé esta parte del desierto, si no, no podría ser. Ay, señor, si no, no podría haber hecho esto.
It's not much further. Follow me. We're close now.
Vale, voy a cambiarme para poner al bicho este. Este.
Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close. This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way.
Va a caer un agujero, que sí.
Look! Something's over there!
¡Ay, qué miedo, tú! Dios, que vaya imagen. La leche.
A pet, the Dendro Dragon.
La leche, tú, qué grande.
I knew it would be big, but not that big.
Puny god, puny human, leave my domain. Frail
Hostia,
life
tú.
forms like you cannot survive in the...
A pet, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving, especially not by you, Brewer. You are no different from Amun. Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call you're better off paying attention to your path ahead, as you will fall where you've fallen before.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred, even for only a moment?
Let go. For only a foolish Brewer. You will find no gratefulness. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru.
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. Although I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no point in fighting. What we need is the truth.
The truth. The shackles that the God of Wisdom cannot escape from. I have paid dearly for the truth, and you shall...
Hey, don't leave!
Careful, something's coming.
Ah, what is that? Hyman's never seen that before.
It's our family.
Huh? They're your family too?
External form not important.
The composition of their elemental power is identical.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
This is also a form of adaptation, although a most gruesome and pitiful one. Many of them, they've gradually taken this form in order to survive.
Is there any way to avoid
Hey! Can you guys talk? We're...
They've given it their all just to survive.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do.
So this is the result of forbidden knowledge.
With our world
Qué
become
triste,
the
tú.
same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Yes, but please try to be gentle with me.
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
Life goes on.
Hyman thinks they used up all their strength.
They want to go home.
Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental? Years of torment is what turned them into their current state. It seems only the fire seed, or a Pep's heart, but it'll be risky if we use the fire seed.
Correct. We cannot use the...
Everyone goes home. Not... Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the fire seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert like this. Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. It won't require much elemental power, but as long as I use my elemental...
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I'm not doing this just to protect you. Also, after all, that giant Dendro dragon is also your family.
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro.
Yeah!
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa, it's shining now.
Hostia, ha evolucionado. Como los Pokémon.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short...
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally.
This is the last part. Let's go. This cave is huge. Could this be
Qué
where the
precioso.
Dendro dragon lived? Yeah. Who knows what's inside? Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but that will be impossible if we can't.
But how are we gonna do that?
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment. We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should.
Wonder if the dead...
I don't care about what you believe in, who you hate, or what you've done in the name of hatred. Nor do I. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn, and now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning.
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on... If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful? Please keep everyone safe. And send us to the homeland.
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the traveler? Where'd she go?
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely.
Well, then
Let's go.
Paimon knows that. It's just that Paimon is... let's hurry. She might be just up ahead.
Ventajas de ser la diosa de la sabiduría. ¿Y de dentro?
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need, the damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin.
Then let's hurry and light it.
All right, hang on.
Wait, the
¿Oh?
It was even more unstable than I expected.
Ay, mi madre.
Why?
Lo que se va a complicar.
I used it. I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire. But if I didn't use its power on everyone, and even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to. Unless what?
Que ya estén.
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire, which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, the fire seed has shattered. Oh. Do you...
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my response. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of so all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding...
You're gonna...
Yes. It'll take a lot of power from me. I might, however...
What happens if you keep getting...
I'll become a blade of grass, or a twig. I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can...
But you'll lose everything.
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the
No, wait! There has to be another...
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru. I can still communicate with the world through the forest.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, she'd definitely... If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility...
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again. But if no risks are taken...
No. Please.
Ay, Nahida, de verdad. Que te gusta el drama. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
The fire seed shattered, and Nahida's... she's...
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true.
¡Hala! Se me han puesto los pelos de punta.
Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
Madre mía. Vaya escena. Y ahí está el bicho extraño.
Because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
La verdad que con Nahida va a ser coser y cantar.
Thank you for protecting me with your elemental power. Why? We may meet again.
escape. Illusion shattered.
Hey! Make yourselves at home!
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
Share my knowledge!
There is no escape.
Otra vez.
Opening box of the Death Knight Tricks.
Go, go! Temple of Wisdom!
Shine down.
Elemental Hand!
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Hey! Can you hear Paimon? Say something! You fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? And let us know that you're alright!
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted to elemental power and relief. The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power. They will be born once again now that they're one.
But that's different! They won't ever be the
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing. Sumeru will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated. Great.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs, be that as it may, my position still stands. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Yeesh! Who could put up with you?
I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will not repeat our mistake. Before you begin resting, there is one. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only for the Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world and led us in a fight against the order established.
Dragon?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented. In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides. Even as I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, sand dunes arose where there was only forest.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun?
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata. His ambitions continue to grow, and he planned to establish a power. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions under one condition. The condition was that after his death, at that time, I still harbored deep regrets. Some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about it, and some died, leaving behind nothing but their... But for me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still I will follow it until...
You really are insane.
When Al-Ahmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed, and absorbed his... However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze the knowledge he had accumulated. But even then, I still believed that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his tiny boomer, and the rest of you. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able?
Vaya.
Hey! Looks like we've been sent back out! Still in one piece, too!
The dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy. It's not as ruthless as it was before.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're... Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost each opportunity for growth. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of...
Can you really call a place with no family?
Family. Right! Those two fungi might be waiting for it to return.
Oh, yeah! Let's hurry! They're still here! Have they really been waiting here all this time? We're back.
I'm sorry. I really am. Don't be sad. It did it. It said that newer is its most that's your name, isn't it? This is wonderful. They will definitely meet again. Someday.
Oh. Pues me ha gustado el evento, la verdad. Interesante. Es triste, pero ha sido un buen evento. Estás tronco. Pues parece que hemos llegado hasta aquí. El final de uno de los eventos por fin de Nahida, muy triste, lo dicho, triste y tal, pero ha estado bastante guapo, la verdad. Todo hay que decirlo. Pues nada, mi gente, hasta aquí el gameplay de hoy. Ha sido un poquillo largo porque evidentemente es un evento, pero mejor cubrirlo en un vídeo que no en dos, a menos que sea extremadamente largo. Pero bueno, que muchas gracias por acompañarme hasta el final de este gameplay y nada, nos vemos pronto en uno nuevo. Gracias y hasta luego.